What's going on, everybody? Today we are testing out a couple of mechanical broadheads, and we've got 5 to go over today. We were originally going to shoot them through some ballistic gel, get some really good wound channels and see what was going on with them as they go through a ballistic gel. However, that gel melted, so we're going with the next best thing, which for us is some specifically engineered cardboard that is going to be perfect for these. I promise nothing can go wrong. So the 5 that we're going over today is, first one is going to be the G5 T2, their new 2-blade. Next is going to be the Rage Blade Tip SC. Number 3, we have another Rage. This is the hypodermic. Number 4 is the Muzzy Trocar HB. Last but not least, this is the VIP Archery Combat Veteran. First up, G5 T2. Rage Blade Tip SC. Rage Hypodermic No Collar. Muzzy Trocar HB. Low. Last one, VIP Combat Veteran. Well, that one sounded the loudest. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. So when we look at the front holes, the T2 right here, overall good expansion. You've just got a 2-blade, there's no bleeders or anything. So the T2 did what it was supposed to do. It expanded right on impact, gave a good, pretty clean cut through the scientifically engineered cardboard. The blade tip, you can definitely tell that the blade hit a little bit wonky, just because there was a little bit different cut on the right side compared to the left side. The hypodermic no collar is what I shot next, and it looks kind of like the same thing. Still got full expansion of the blades and everything, but just kind of wrinkled that left side a little bit different. And then the Muzzy Trocar, so that one's really interesting because I can't tell which side was the bleeder veins and which side was not. I think the bleeder veins are more so this one and that one, and this was the expandable portion of it. But overall, that's probably the biggest wound channel. Trocar's probably got the biggest hole overall, which is got to be really close with the Combat Veteran. That's a pretty big hole as well, and that's just a clean looking hole too. Are we saying hole too much? To the back hole, so if we look at what would be the exit wound, you really get a good idea of what these are doing as well. And the T2, super clean on the exit wound. Same with the, which one is that? The blade tip. Both of those are super clean coming out. And then little, not quite so clean with the hypodermic no collar. That kind of just pushed it out and opened it up, and really the Trocar kind of just blew out the hole. So that's, I don't know really what that tells us. And then the Combat Veteran, kind of the same deal, just more or less just kind of blew out the hole. Wasn't really the cleanest exit wound. Definitely give points to the T2 and the blade tip on those for just being an overall clean exit wound. I'll tell you what, just off the bat, I can see with that T2, even though it zipped right through, was really, really clean. There's two really big chunks taken out of that blade. So that kind of, hopefully it's focusing in, but if you can tell, that's definitely something to note. The blade tip, which also had a super, super clean cut through. Just looking at those blades, other than just visually you can see they got roughed up a bit going through the target, the blades themselves look pretty clean. So that's a good sign. So that one looks super clean. I don't see really anything wrong with it. You can barely tell that it even went through anything. So, oh no, there is a little bit of a chunk taken out right there. I don't know if you can see that on this left blade. Ignore my nasty ass thumb. Oh, that's how they reset? Oh, that's super easy. Oh, got it. Yeah, that was easy. Okay, so trocar also looks relatively unscathed. No issue there. Then a little bit of foam chunks hanging out in the center there. But overall looks really, really clean. Blades don't look bad. I'd hunt with that again. So this one definitely got chunked up right on the front end of it, and that actually might have been going through the top of that target. I don't know, but definitely very visible that those blades on there, on the inside of the blades, are right there and there. Super, super jacked up. All right, so in summary, I'm gonna just talk about what I liked, what I didn't like, or what I observed that I have concerns about with these, beginning with the T2 from G5. And I really liked the expansion that the blades had, the cutting diameter, really, really good wound channel on that. What concerns me is that after just shooting it through some cardboard and then hitting foam, we already have a few nicks inside of the blades, and it's just a little bit concerning how that's going to hold up long term, or just going through if it were to nick a rib on an animal or something like that. Next is going to be the Rage blade tip, which really did great as far as making a really aggressive wound channel, good overall cutting size. Everything was good on that. The only thing I don't like is that I'm going to have to replace those collars every single time. Next, sticking with Rage, the hypodermic no collar. Honestly, that performed amazingly. I really had clean blades coming out of there as well. Great shot, and overall really good expansion on those blades. Performed really, really well. Seemed like good penetration as far as what we were looking at with that, like I said, genetically modified cardboard that did so well for us. And then the trocars from Muzzy, so that really did well. Looked good as far as going in, going out, not quite as good. So I'm gonna say the trocars, not my top pick, but still definitely a really good viable option. It'll kill. And lastly, VIP Archery's Combat Veteran. Overall, its performance was really good. Can't really argue with the results on that. Really clean going in, going out. Again, kind of like the trocar, not the best. I'm kind of concerned about the blade quality because we had two really big gashes coming out of those blades, just by shooting through some cardboard, albeit some grade A cardboard, and a little bit of foam after that. So I would say if I have to choose one, I would say Rage. I mean, you can't argue with how those performed. Both the blade tip and the hypodermic node collar did really, really well. And then the T2 from G5 really did well. Again, we're looking at a little bit of wear and tear on the blades. Same with the VIP Archery. A lot of these are kind of meant to be one use. Just by going through some cardboard and foam kind of does worry me still. if it's trying to go through an animal. Lastly, I would say the trocars didn't really blow through that cardboard like the rest of them did. Overall, I would say all of these are going to kill, whether you're going out for whitetail, whether you've got elk on the menu or anything else. It's more just getting out there and practicing. All of these are going to shoot well for you. As you can see, I'm a big fan of testing out the broadheads, see what flies the best, and go from there. Overall, the most accurate shot is the most lethal shot. It's worth it to sacrifice 1 or 2 broadheads in testing and in sighting in, so that you know for sure when it comes time to take an animal that you'll be as lethal as possible. Thanks for watching. As always, comment what you liked, comment with any other questions. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of this stuff. Last but not least, like the video if you did like it. If you don't like it, just go away. I don't care. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you on the next one.